Ladies and gentlemen, how is it going? Welcome to your favorite Chess Journal YouTube channel. And we are today going to continue with our rating climb game uh, for beginners actually. And okay, let me just set it up and see if everything's all right. Okay. Now let's see who we get, and we got black pieces in against e4. What you guys reckon we're gonna play? Surely it's the Pirc defense, and Pirc defense starts with d6. Hmm. Yeah, okay, let me magnify this board a bit. Okay, they have played bishop c4. That's a move. Let's play knight f6, and we're just gonna play, say for example, 4 to 5 moves as per the opening repertoire. Other than that, I'm just considering myself as a beginner. I'm playing from your point of view. So if you are a beginner, you shouldn't be too much worried about your opening. Unless you are in intermediate level, just stick to the strategies we talked about. The strategy is to control the center and develop your pieces to their optimal squares. Now let's try to shadow our Daskar bishop. I gotta watch my time as well. This one is with no increment. 10 minutes game though. And if you're a beginner, you should at least um, stick to minimum 10 minutes minimum time control. Let's shadow our Daskar bishop. The more the better. And here they can come here, fret this one. So we're gonna castle short to avoid any any tactical play that they might have with this one. Yeah, as anticipated, so they have played that one. We could also play here, but that's gonna block our light square bishop. So instead we are simply gonna castle short. And now this knight is actually misplaced in this square. And notice that I have also talked about that when any of your opponent's pieces are your areas of the board, you should try to get rid of them. And how are we going to get rid of them? By simply playing h6, and this knight should go back unless they want to sacrifice here. Um, um, let's see what they do. Probably they're thinking to do this one. If they do that one, we are gonna be exchange. We are gonna be piece up, not exchange. Yeah, that's the best move, I guess. Now, here, here, this is a common tactic in the Pirc defense. When they do like this pawn has got only one defender, and now we're gonna remove the defender of this pawn by capturing here. Are you guys with me? Let's do. Okay, where is the lecture sheet? Hang on a second. Let me open the lecture sheet first. A strategy for beginners. Okay, and okay, while the lecture sheet is open, let's talk about this one. Here we are going to cap. Okay, is it? Okay, we're gonna capture this one, and once they take, we're gonna play d5. That's a fork, so we're gonna win pawn end of the day. So this is the strategy. Control the center, develop your pieces to their optimal scores. We notice that we're not talking about opening that much, but this is in their one of their traps in Pirc defense. So now we are gonna play this one. So if you are a Pirc defense player or trying to play the Pirc defense, you should memorize this pattern. I think this is covered in the lecture sheet. Yeah, watch as many games as possible and solve as many puzzles as possible to build the habit of pattern recognition. So if you have the pattern recognition developed within you, then you are very good to go without any deep opening knowledge at this stage. Once you are in the intermediate level, hopefully one day you will be, and only then you need to analyze opening repertoire or memorize opening repertoires for at least 15 moves deep, at least. Now let's go back to the lecture sheet. Let's start from the top. We're not playing short control, short time control. We have to control the center as well as we have to develop our pieces to their optimal squares. Now here, these two pieces are yet to be developed. Why do we go? Normally in Pirc defense, this knight goes here and this pawn comes here. But if we do that, our queen's gonna have no retreat square, and this knight can safely develop here. So I'm gonna develop here. Knight c6 it is. And our opponent has got 856 rating. This is gonna be, I believe, a good game. Now they have gone back and attacked our queen. But I reckon castling for them could have been better. Instead, they have wasted a move to do that. We could take, but this bishop is the Pirc bishop, which is the Pirc bishop, is good here in this home, and it might look on the surface that we're going to damage their pawn structure. We could do some, but let's not do that, just only for the sake of damaging their pawn structure. Later on, this bishop is gonna play its crucial role. Now, where does the queen go? Where does the queen go? I reckon they're gonna castle short. So let's put the queen to the king side, and we have to later develop this light square bishop. So castling is obviously their best move at this moment. And they're thinking, okay, so they have played a 3p move. Instead, played queen e2. Now that allows us to go here because they can't take. Let's go back to the lecture sheet, calculate 1 to 2 moves deep. So that's just 2-mover calculation. One is here, and if they take, that's the completion of one move. And in the second move, we're going to win the rook, winning a piece. Yeah, they have to be careful because our knight could land here one day. Yeah, that's the best move they have played. Because now there is no threat of going here. Now what do? They still can't take this bishop. But I think let's keep it simple. And since we are already okay, since we are already fully developed, we can exchange queens safely. And now we can target this pawn by jumping here as well as target here. So they cannot save the both. They have to give up this pawn. King needs to come here. If the king comes here, that's going to be a tempo on the king. Let's see what they do. So Pirc defense is okay. So they have not played the best move that comes with the check. We have just always looked for check, capture, and fret. Now the knight is attacked. We can come here and give another check. They have to be careful. Remain these or that square, yeah. And now we need to finish. Okay, this knight can dive here one day. Let's stop that by going here. Notice that we don't have the light square bishop. So in this case, we are going to put our pawns in the light square so that our bishop can easily move around the dark squares. And they have decided to attack our knight. Now, do we move the knight or develop a piece? I think developing a piece and defending as well is better. So let's do that. Develop this rook. Or we could have developed this rook here as well. Rooks always belong to half open or open files or lines. Although this knight was developed, the knight was guarded. Like I said, rook belongs to the half open files. That is the reason why we have played here. Despite the initial hiccup, I must say that our opponent is playing all right. No major blunder till now. Now this knight might come here, so we're gonna stop that. That's a positional idea. Let's play here. You might think that, oh, I've just said that we're going to put our pawns on light square, but depending on the gameplay, we need to change our strategy. That's what I have just done. I have restricted the mobility of their pieces. I think it's in the lecture sheet somewhere. Oh, yeah, it's in the intermediate level lecture sheet. Okay, now this rook is here. We can attack by going here, but what is the feature of that move? I don't see any good move though. Okay, let's keep it simple. Let's go here, attack the rook. Rook's gonna probably come here. And in that case, we're gonna reroute our knight from there to there. So that's called rerouting. So we're gonna reroute our knight from h4 to f5, and also in that case we can attack their dark square bishop. Now let's come to h4 as discussed. And okay, they have decided to go back. Now let's attack the rook again. See, they're as they did not castle, and we are fully developed. They are suffering by our attacks. Since the queens are off, we can now consider capturing the bishop. I mean, getting, capturing their knight and forget about our bishop. Let's do that. I'm running out of time. So that has just damaged their pawn structure. Now we're gonna, this knight is well guarded. Let's push this pawn, restrict their bishop's mobility. Bishop cannot take this one because of this one. And they can't take this pawn. I'm gonna counter that by going here as well, since they can't take any of the pawns due to these king. So as you have seen that developing your pieces to their optimal squares comes with a lot of benefit. So they have played a4. Now let's take one of, okay, take this one and take this one. Their bishop has to go back, and in that case we will be controlling more, or come back here. Let's put this rook in this open diagonal, open file. They played well, I must say, and that's a good move again. Let's attack that bishop. Running out of time. Next step, we're gonna double up probably. Yeah, let's do that. Don't have much time. Let's go give a check. And now what do we do? Let's play here. Don't have time. And they have attacked our pawn. Let's attack their rook. Am I gonna lose this game due to time trouble? I guess I am. Let's attack again. Oh, this pawn is loose. Very well played by our opponent. So they have taken, and now let's go here. Knight in the rim. Knight on the rim is dim. So they have played here. What are we gonna do? Okay, let's give a check, and we're gonna win this piece. Nothing fancy. We always look for check captures and attacks. So one game, we were almost out in time. Let's play another one. That was a good game by our opponent. Okay, now we have got white pieces, and let's start with d4. Knight f6. Do we play? Let's try a different opening today. And let's develop this knight. Let's keep on developing Ska here. Castle as quickly as possible. Let's give up that Lysker bishop. Keep it simple. And now let's castle. Notice that we're simply developing our pieces and castling as quickly as possible. Let's attack that knight, going here and develop our queen as well. So that was our threat. The threat is guarded with the queen, and we can attack. Let's go back to the lecture sheet. Always look for check, capture, and threat, which is attack. So let's attack the queen. How's your holidays going, guys? Hopefully all is well. And do we go here and attack? Oh no, they can play here. Let's put the rook on the e1 square. And I didn't honestly expect them to play that one. So that bishop is our area of the board. And what is the threat of that move? They are currently attacking our rook. And how do we play? We do not want to move our rook, so let's block the threat by going here, and if they take, we're gonna recapture this one or this one. So you have to always make sure that your pieces are not undefended or unguarded. That's a strange move. Can we take advantage of that move? I guess yes. Okay, let's go back to ask yourself what is my opponent's latest move is doing and is not doing. So this knight used to occupy that square. Now by going to d6 square, this allows us to play here and accomplish our strategy. Always look for check, capture, and fret. So now that we made a simple threat to our opponent's queen, as well as we are now controlling the center um, way more than them. So we are currently definitely doing better. Yeah, so they had to go back. We could actually jump here and ask more question to the queen. Should we do that or no, actually attack this knight. No, this knight cannot take here because of this pawn. But if they take here first, we're gonna retake with this knight, so this pawn is still guarded. And I think it's time to ask a question to this bishop. It's been pesky, pinning our rook. So that's a losing move, the first blunder, and we now are going to win material, I mean, win a minor piece. The queen and rooks are the major pieces, and other pieces are called the minor pieces, and pawns are pawns. But pawns can turn into whatever it wants to be once it reaches to the 8th rank here or here for black. And that move is again another losing move. We can capture that pawn. Let's go back to the lecture sheet here. Remember, chess is a psychological battle. And from my experience, I know that when you keep on attacking your opponent, they tend to make mistakes. And now let's safely take this dark square bishop. Yeah, that's a threat, but they forgot that this square is well covered by our queen. That was a checkmate threat. If we go back, we couldn't take here, and that was a checkmate threat, but this square is guarded. So like I said, the psychological game, once they make, once they are being threatened or attacked, they tend to make a lot of mistakes. That's what's happening here in this case. Our opponent was playing well, but once they played bad and lost one of their minor pieces, they have started making a lot of mistakes. Now we are a couple of minor pieces up. It doesn't mean that we need to play recklessly. Let's come back here, tag the queen. Oh, we could have gone there. Now this, I think this Okay, this knight can only come here or go there. Hmm. Which of our pieces is not doing anything? This bishop. Or question is, do we go here or not? I think he is better off here. So let's better grab more space and okay. I didn't expect him to play that one. Let's take this one. Or if I'm not missing anything, this knight could be guarded with our dark square bishop. And so this knight is doing a good job defending this one and this rook as well here. Okay, they have resigned. Okay, let's play another game. Again, our new opponent has started with e4, so let's now play the modern defense. And when you play this kind of opening, like the one I'm playing at the moment here is the modern defense. Let's do this one. Remember that we are giving up the center. Now our strategy is going to be tag the center. So control when we that's how we are going to control the center, by attacking the centers from the sides. So now here, how do we do that? This one is guarding this pawn, and we go c5. And if they take here, we can retake the pawn by giving a check here. So on the surface, it may look that they are controlling the center very well, but that's not always the case. Now here we keep on attacking by putting more pressure. Let's develop as well. Here they have pushed this pawn up, but that unguards this pawn. Let's take this one. Now they can take here. Because now if we come here with check, they can block it like this way. Yeah, that's what they have done. So instead, what are we gonna do? We are going to attack that bishop by going here. This pawn is not running away. Now let's put pressure on that pawn by playing here knight f6. Sorry, I was just calculating. They have a check. For them, taking here is not a good thing. Giving this check and developing their light square bishop is the best one. Now we are going to win this pawn. How are we going to just directly jump and win this pawn? No. Excuse me. Because if we do that, their queen is x-raying to this pawn. So they could play here and attack our knight here. So instead, let's give a check here. So they have blocked the check. Now we can safely grab the pawn. Now we are definitely doing better because we are material up. Now we are going to be more material up. Okay, as I'm quickly thinking and quickly finding the moves, doesn't mean that you are not going to find the moves. And how is that? By simply following this lecture sheet, because after controlling the center or attacking the center, developing your pieces to their optimal pieces, calculate to 1 to 2 moves deep, always looking for check, capture, threats, and doing blunder checks. As part of the blunder check is that what is my opponent's latest move is doing is threatening our queen, but what is not doing is to guard this square. So if you build this habit, then you're not going to be in the beginner's range anymore, I bet. So we take this one, and who's going to save their rook? They don't have this one. They have a check. And we are going to be huge material up. Clockwise, we are almost equal. Let me know, guys, whether you like these series of games that I'm playing for beginners. So now they have decided to take our knight, and what's worth more than the knight? Definitely the rook. So let's take the rook, but before taking the rook, let's calculate what happens if we take the rook. Is there any tactical thing like they can give a check? Sorry, they can give a check here. This is our weakest pawn, but that's well guarded with our king. And they have a check, but that can be blocked as well. They can take this one, but then we can retake. So we can safely take their rook, and threat is on here. Yeah, a lot of you have said that you're liking these kind of videos that I'm making for you guys. I appreciate it, and I can't thank you enough. And those who are watching this channel for the first time, please make sure to subscribe, because your subscription is the only thing that is that is motivating me. Now, king and queen in the same diagonal. This is a pattern. What is the habit of pattern recognition? This is one of the patterns that we can give a check. They can block here, but if they block, then we could give another check. And I'm gonna stop for the time being because that's already 2 moves steep calculation. So we are going to analyze when it appears on the board. Notice that this bishop is still under fire. So they have decided to play this one. Now let's give a check. See, I'm just following this lecture sheet. Always look for check, capture, and fret. I'm doing blunder checks. And during the start of the game, I'm just controlling the center or attacking the center from the flanks and developing my pieces to their optimal squares. So this is the only strategy that is required by you guys to become better at chess. Now they have played king e3. So are we going to allow them to capture yeah, let's do that. Let's take this bishop, and if they take here, we have another check. Okay, that's a good move. But our back rank is safe thanks to our rook, so we can safely go here. Okay, so they have decided to capture, excuse me, our bishop. Now let's utilize this check. Notice that we didn't take the pawn immediately because if you see a check that comes with greater benefit to you, then do that. Now we can come here and give a check with our queen because our queen is guarded. Check. Okay, let's try for another one. We've got white pieces and okay, we're gonna play d4. Sorry guys, those of you who want to see me playing e4, I have to say that I'm really very sorry that I gave up playing e4. Now let's play main line c4, d4, c4, Queen's Gambit. Now this is called the Queen's Gambit declined, whereby they play e6 in this kind of situation. They play e6, block their light square behind the pawn chain for the time being. Now here, do we play the main line by here? I always prefer develop the knight. Let's do that. And that's the Slav defense, as you can see, modern triangle system, blah, blah, blah. Okay, thank you, chess.com. Now, let's develop and attack our bishop. Develop our bishop and attack their queen. This is the way I prefer playing. Okay. Now this check. Let's block the check by going here. They have played well. This is their rating is 818. Okay. Now our threat is take, and once we take, they're gonna retake, and we have to savor. Do we actually? No, we can. We have this one. All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna play this one. And take. And play here. Gaining tempo on their queen. On the surface, it appears that black has done a great deal, but no. Let's go back to the lecture sheet. They are not following our lecture sheet, which is controlling the center and developing their pieces at their optimal square to their optimal squares. They're not controlling the centers like the way we are controlling, and they haven't developed any of these pieces. And now let's take this one. It might sound that okay, we are helping them to develop their Lascar bishop, but hey, let's go back. Here, this one was our what should I say? Weakest pawn. This could have been captured by them anytime. So why not, even if it comes for the sake of developing them, helping them. So we're just getting rid of the weakness. And now we need to finish development, but this queen, okay, they are also attacking this one. So, okay, let's play here. I'm saying that if you take this one, yeah, I'm gonna take here. Although I'm not playing the best moves, but I'm not, that's a blunder. We have just one minor piece. I'm just sticking to the strategy. You don't have to, if you're a beginner, you don't have to play the best move. Just ensure that your pieces are developed, you are controlling the centers, or if you're playing modern defense type opening, then you are attacking the center and you have castled quickly. Here, due to the nature of the game, we couldn't castle quickly, but look at our piece activity. We are definitely doing much more better than them. Here our threat is to take this one, so they need to exchange queens. Excuse me, guys. I still have the terrible cold. And I'm gonna stop playing once we are in 900 rating points. And it's gonna be, I guess it's gonna be checkmate very soon. Think, yeah, I was just calculating how quickly can we checkmate him. Sorry, that's why I was a bit mute. So from our camp, this bishop is not developed and their knight is not developed yet. The game is gonna finish very quickly, very soon. And let's give a check here. They can give another check here, and that's GG. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, now again we have got white pieces. Let's play d4, d4, d5. Let's play knight f3. I'm gonna play the Jabava London system. Okay, the move order. Jabava London system, the bishop goes here and knight goes here. That's the move order. But you can play like the way it's being played here. And yeah, but before that, let's play e3. I'm gonna play knight c3. Actually, I don't like this move, as you have already realized from my last video. So this is called Queen's-Pawn opening Zukertort variation. In our last games, we played this one, so let's keep it simple in their knight. Now let's castle. So I wanted to play Jabava London system, but it's not Jabava London system. But it's not a bad opening at all. Queen's-Pawn openings are real fun, and here let's attack the center, going here. And you should start playing Queen's-Pawn opening from now on. Now they have castle. We not immediately take. Let's finish development. So they have decided to take. Now let's take back. Our bishop wasn't doing anything there. Okay. Where's the threat of that move? It's not doing anything. Let's tell him to go back. It's probably gonna go here. And now we're gonna control the center more. So we have central majority. I think this guy is a fan of their knights. And yeah, let's ask him what are you doing here? Go back. So he, as you've seen, he has wasted a couple of tempos, crucial tempos during the middle game. This is not that what you should be doing. Let's grab more space. And now what? All of our pieces almost the last part of development is connecting the rooks. So let's go queen c2, connect the rooks, and the queen is actually doing good here, pointing at their kingside pawn. And let's come back. That helps us to play this pawn one day and win this pawn. Like I said, this guy is a fan of, I'm just gonna say, you seem to be a fan of your knights. Okay, now let's play e5. If he comes here, we're gonna exchange knights and then win this pawn. Again, thank you all for tuning in today, watching this game, and a very special thanks for subscribing. Those of you who are new to this channel, please subscribe. Your subscription is the only thing that is motivating me to come up with contents. Those are actually, I believe, helpful for you to climb the rating ladder. And let me know, guys, if you have any suggestion or anything that you are struggling with. I will try to address that in due course of time. Now let's win this pawn, comes with a tempo on the king. Now we don't sit with the bishop here because once the king is moved, it could be trapped if they play here. So we're going to avoid that by simply coming back here. So now we are pawn up, which is why we are doing better. Now in Queen's Gambit kind of situation, you'll see that one of the rooks comes here at the C file, because this file, which rook? This one. I'm gonna put this rook. Both are good. And okay, let's play here, putting the rooks on their optimal squares. Nothing fancy. And That allows us to win this pawn because that pawn used to guard this one, but not anymore. We are doing this one. What is my opponent's latest move is doing, and he's not doing nothing fancy. So what is that move? If we take there, they're gonna take here. Okay, I'm gonna keep it simple. Just gonna let go of my rook, and I'm gonna capture their rook. We're still material up. How do we retake? Let's take with the knight. This battery, the rook and queen battery, is a threat of winning another pawn. And yeah, I was just double checking whether I was missing. You shouldn't be relaxed during the game at all, at any time. Okay, now how do we play? How do we play? We want to checkmate the king, and how do we do that? This diagonal, right? And okay, let's push this pawn. Free up this diagonal, and come here, or go here and then come here. Or go here and go here. So as we are climbing, let's do that. Check. And checkmate. As we are climbing the rating ladder, the games are becoming tough. Good game. Let's try it. Well, we got white pieces again. Okay, I'm gonna play English opening this time. Okay, this is not English opening. It appears Anglo-Scandinavian defense. It's not a good opening as far as I'm concerned. They seem to know what they are playing. And Queen D8. Let's develop the knights. Wow, they're playing fast. Okay. 5. We can play d4. Yeah, d4. What is it? Am I playing against a machine? Look at how fast they are moving. All right. Let's attack the knight. The take. We're gonna actually. I could take with this pawn, but I'm gonna. Okay, if I take with the queen, they have this one. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep it simple. I don't want to allow them to have any counterplay. We can tell him to go back by giving him a check, or actually, they can't go back. We have this one. So I didn't, as you see, that I didn't calculate it. I didn't calculate that I'm gonna win their knight. I was just looking for a check. I mean, I found a check, and I just played that one. Even I didn't notice until I played this one that they can't really go back. So I was just following my theory that, and the pieces, those are your opponent pieces. If they are in your area of the board, then try to get rid of them. So I wanted to get rid of his knight, and I realized that, wow, I'm gonna win a piece. Nothing fancy. So they have castled long, and how do we continue? So our king. Let's attack their queen. See what happens. Okay, this one is our weakest pawn, so they could come here. Yeah, they played the best move. Okay, I'm just gonna set a trap for him. I'm just gonna play here, and I'm just gonna let go that pawn, see what he does. So he has decided to capture the pawn, being greedy, and he's on my rook. I'm just gonna take here. I'm telling him, okay, go ahead, take my rook, because that's checkmate in the next move. So he has accepted my challenge. Let's move up. And now how do we continue? There is no checkmate anymore. Okay, let's take this one. If he retakes, then we have this check. That's checkmate. We can't even take this one. This one is a checkmate. So he has decided to take, and good game. Okay, let's play another one. Okay, e4. What am I gonna play? Let's play Caro-Kann. I've been playing the Pirc and modern defense a lot. In Caro-Kann defense, okay, I haven't covered Caro-Kann defense for the beginners. In Caro-Kann defense, we play c6 first, and then we play d5. So they have decided to take. Now we're gonna retake with our c pawn. Now they have played d4. That's a way of playing. Now we are simply gonna develop our pieces to their optimal squares. Knight comes first. Okay, let me magnify this board. Oh, what happened? Okay. Caro-Kann defense exchange variation. Now we are going to pin this knight. Okay, h4. Interesting. Okay, let's play this one. Make a room, make ways for our dark square bishop. They are also developing their pieces to their optimal scores. Their rating is 893. It's gonna be a good game. So let's develop our bishop, dark square bishop, and pin the knight. This is the normal way of playing the Caro-Kann defense. Now let's take their knight and damage their pawn structure in the queen side. And now let's quickly, do we castle or finish development? Let's castle. They're yet to be castled. And our pawn structure is better than them, which is why I believe we are doing better than them. This one, I don't like this move. They should have come here, castled quickly. Now let's try to take advantage of their poor play. Let's go here. Let's go here. Target this one. How are we gonna do that? By putting our rook here one day. Do we do that? Okay, let's attack their queen first. Now let's put this rook. So now they have castled and we can easily win their. Notice that they don't these queen and rook are gonna be on the same what should I say? The same dark square diagonal, and they have dark square bishop. So we have to be cautious or alert. I'm gonna take with the rook. There comes a tempo on the queen. Okay, they have played there. The fret. That's not a fret. That's not a fret, but that could be a fret, and we could stop that by playing here. So they are really after our knight. Now let's again attack their queen. Queen is it trapped? I guess so. Here. Oh boy. Yeah. See guys that I didn't uh I didn't calculate that whether am I gonna trap the queen or not. I was just, being impulsive. Let's play d4. Following the strategy theory that I've made for you guys. Let's again play main line, Queen's Gambit. Now this one is interesting. Queen's Gambit accepted. Here we've got a lot of options. I guess here I forgot the theory. Let's develop or actually let's play here e4. Tag this pawn. They could have gone here, but again they played the worst move that I don't want you guys to play. And let's keep it simple. Oh, no. This pawn is under fire. So let's develop and guard this pawn as well. Okay, they could come here. And we could go here. Okay, probably this guy knows the theory. And here, the theory is to go here if they play here. Yeah, so if you guys want to play the Queen's Gambit, make sure at least you know 5 to 10 lines. Taking, as far as I'm concerned, for black is not the best move. Let's go here, attack the knight. I've just now noticed that my laptop's battery has 50% charge remaining. I guess I can finish playing. And now that's gonna win a piece. Come with tempo on the king. They should have played here. Okay. I thought that they have this line open, so I was hesitant, but I looked at it and saw that, yeah, we are okay to play that one. Now, again, this check is available. They play here, we go here. Okay, they want to exchange queens. Yeah, we will exchange queens, thank you, sir, but after winning more materials. Now we can grab this pawn as well. Yeah, if you want to play Queen's Gambit accepted as black, you should at least know 10 lines, because what is that move doing? I don't know. Let's castle. Because your opponent might crush you. Okay, let's give a check. let's try to make this pawn a passer. Let's go here. The take, we're gonna retake here. What is that move? Don't know, but that allows us to capture here. Let's attack their knight. They could take though. And now, do we take? I'm gonna play here. Let's see what he does. It takes, then I'm gonna take with the pawn and try to promote that pawn. Now I'm gonna take. So that's gonna be a pin, and now we can attack the rook. Some fireworks are going in my area. Sorry for the background news, and that's a good game. Okay, I'm gonna call it a day because I just realized that I got an important task to do. And thanks for watching this game so far. And don't forget to subscribe this channel and share this one among your friends and family. And yeah, till the next time, take care of yourself. Bye bye.